We went to the Detroit Lighting Authority because that is at the root of the matter to ask them what is the problem. Why is it that in Northwest Detroit in particular there are so many problems that occur with the power grid? Today, as you mentioned, you have nearly a dozen schools that were let out early. We talked to parents who were very frustrated because you send your kids to school. You've got kids. People watching have kids. You send your kids to school, you expect them to stay there. But when the school calls to tell you to come pick up your kids, that throws a monkey wrench into so many different plans. We spoke to one young lady who had to take off work. Listen to what she had to say.
The plan was for them to go to school today and stay, and me to stay at work. And that's not happening again. The power, for whatever reason, is out again. There's more building problems. It's ridiculous.
Now, of course, that was Bates Academy, and they weren't having building problems. Right outside the school, you can see that the traffic lights were flashing red. That is because a car hit a power pole and knocked that power pole over, and as a result, the power failed. We asked Bo Taylor with the Detroit Lighting Authority why exactly a simple car accident caused the school's power to go out.
Longer term, it's a transition of these customers off of the fragile Detroit grid and onto the more reliable DTE grid, and we hope to start that work in the middle of the summer. In the short term, it's our responsibility to restore what we call backbone, so there's more redundancy in this system. In a normal utility system, one down wire should not create the havoc that it creates in Detroit, but over the years, the redundancy has been pulled out of the system to try to keep customers in power. So what we're doing now is not only trying to restore customers in the short term, but also trying to rebuild a lot of that backbone and redundancy so these minor weather events don't cause longer term or bigger power outages.
So it's almost as though they're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul as it relates to electrical lines. And as a result of not having that redundancy, when something like an accident happens or even a weather event, which is part of the problem from earlier today, it knocks out power and power is reduced. And as a result, the schools have to call parents, parents have to take off work, and it becomes a big problem, all because of something as simple as a traffic accident or even a storm moving through the area. So we will stay on these guys and try to figure out how soon it will be before this is no longer a problem, but they did tell us that they do not expect this problem to exist next school year, if that is any consolation to the parents who had to stay home and could not go back to work and are watching this broadcast right now. But that is the very latest from downtown Detroit, right across the street from the Lighting Authority. Malcolm Maddox, 7 Action News.